Everyone, Artist Miner here. I didn't actually usually say that all the time, forget. Just it's just so ridiculous. Okay, let's see here. So we have all these things. So we have all these movies and Star Wars stuff now. I said we were gonna do tier list and Star Wars anyway. I wanted to do this for so long, and I had to resize myself, but. Oh man, I'm just gonna change these up just for this would be okay. I'm trying to spell. I'm just gonna put friggin' how should I do this? Grandmaster. We should put I got one. And favorites. Actually, no, let's put... I got this. The best would be friggin' definitely be George. Actually, I sometimes spell things wrong, so it doesn't matter. George Lucas tier. We're gonna put George Lucas tier as the best. That's how it's gonna work. Youngling is more like... I'm gonna say this character, Jar Jar. Jar Jar is one of the worst characters, but but honestly, it's kind of true. Yeah, so we're gonna put. Oh my god. So for each movie in each of the so growing up, I did watch the prequels, for the most part, and the crap. Yeah, I know what movie's gonna go first, and it's gonna be this awful, disgusting, unsanitary of a movie, and that's The Last Jedi. I hate The Last Jedi. Why? Why does this movie exist? It's such a terrible movie. They're we're gonna make a terrible concoction, and we're just gonna make it so Leia basically, Superman flies in space basically. It just doesn't make any sense. Each of the friggin' original trilogy characters die. In the first three, and the three sequel movies, in the sequel trilogy. Oh my god, Han. Leia. No, actually, no. If I'm actually okay. I shouldn't. I was gonna spoil, so I did spoil, but if you have not watched the sequel trilogy, go watch it. But here's what I'm gonna say in spoilers. Actually, never mind. I don't care about the sequel trilogy. I'm gonna say I don't care about this. I don't care about the trilogy. It deserved to be spoiled anyway, because it's a shitty trilogy anyway. It doesn't deserve to exist. So Star Wars The Last Jedi is garbage. And I'm making this debate because I'm talking about this, is that each of the three movies, one of the original characters from the original trilogy dies. First was Han, and we understand why he had to die. And it was Luke, and then it was Leia as the last one. Ridiculous. I mean, there's so many bad things about this trilogy that it's really horrible. I'm gonna put, okay, actually, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Because we made a tier here, but we're gonna delete it. For me, I'm gonna probably say, okay, so yeah, The Last Jedi is not as so Rise of Skywalker, I slightly enjoyed it. It was okay, but it wasn't that good. Probably CBA. I'll put it at night for now. It's not the best, but then again, I should never. Even though I enjoyed the movie, there are times where I'm like, things just don't make sense. And I'm just gonna go in Jar Jar tier. It just doesn't. The movie just doesn't like. I actually at one point enjoyed the movie, but then I'm like, there's other times where I didn't enjoy it because things just didn't make sense. Palpatine returning was basically the cash grab, but then also like having to. But also, Last Jedi with Snoke killing him off was stupid. Like, why would you kill him off? Like, it's like trying to bring in Palpatine in like the third installment of the sequel trilogy, and then we're like, oh, yeah, they didn't really have a plan, and they should have had a plan in place before making these sequel trilogy movies, because it's just disappointing me. It just disappoints me beyond belief. Like, frig, I love having a rant just to talk about these movies. Mandalorian. It goes in George Lucas. It's a really good show. I recommend it. Great show of all time. One of the best Disney Plus shows I've ever had. This show right down here goes in Jar Jar. Star Wars Resistance is crap. I never liked the show, and I didn't even care about it. The sequel trilogy era sucks because for most of it, the only good sequel trilogy movie was the first movie because it goes right here. It goes in Night. It's not. Out of all of the three movies, this is the best one, and it even copied A New Hope, which is basically what they did. They parodied The New Hope because they were fans. Okay, so now let's get to. So we're gonna do also Star Wars Rebels here. Rebels is okay. I'll probably put it a master just because like it's somewhat there, but like it's not like close to like A tier or S tier, but like it's a B. It's a solid B, or what I call Jedi Master, but. I should probably add another tier, probably, but who cares? For me, out of all these movies, oh man, I like the Clone Wars show a lot. The movie kind of sucked ass, so I'd probably put it here at Night. But the show, the later seasons got really good, but also dark, and that really is something. I'd probably put it as like an A tier. It's not an S. It's close, but it's the first few seasons were the animation wasn't that great, but eventually it started to pick up more and more as it got better later on. But it was the show that I grew up with, so I have nostalgia towards it because it was the Clone Wars. It was just I loved it. Next up got Rogue One. Rogue One. I watched this like once. Rogue One was kind of I didn't really like Rogue One that much. It's kind of going towards towards like, yeah, this would be like, I think I might make a tier for it, because I feel like with this new tier, it's just gonna be called like. Yeah, it's going to be called like Youngling tier. I don't really care. These can go in here, and then I can just put Rogue One here because it's okay. It's just not that great of a movie. Like, I understand what they had to do, kill off the main characters towards the end, and I know I just spoiled that, but that's how it works. It doesn't really matter. Solo's a Night. It's an okay movie as well. Had some fun moments, but now the 6 movies, the prequels and the original trilogy. Oh my god. Let's start with Star Wars Episode 4, 1977, A New Hope. It goes in A for me, or console member. It's really close. I enjoyed it for what it is. It's a really iconic movie. It's classic. And Episode 2, oh my god, what did I have to say about Episode 2? Oh my god. I think I didn't. I don't think I mind episode 2. It doesn't even deserve to be in Youngling tier or even Jar Jar tier. I give it probably a night tier. It wasn't bad. It had fun things in it. Yes, it may have been boring a little bit, but I didn't mind episode 2. It was okay. Episode 6. Episode 6 would be where Rebels would be. It's all solid. It's a solid for me for it. It's like the weakest out of the 3 original trilogy movies, but it was pretty epic for the final, especially the final battle. I definitely would give Revenge of the Sith an S tier. It's pretty good. Phenomenal movie. Watched it. I'm gonna give like episode 1, and episode 1 goes here. Like, episode 1 was such a classic. It deserved better than what it did before, because like episode 1 was pretty good though, in a sense. Like, I loved the dual fates with the Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan fighting. But like, that's like one of the best fights in the trilogy. But Anakin versus Obi-Wan was pretty good too. And last but not least, The Empire Strikes Back. It just goes up there with like, they're like the 3 best. I think like Mandalorian was a good show. It deserves where it deserves. Episode 3 is the best out of the trilogy prequels, and then Empire Strikes Back was the best out of the original. It just works. It just does. I'm just a Star Wars fanboy that just loves the shows and everything, but in terms of stuff, I really hope they make really more. I hope, like, I mean, the future of Star Wars is just, it's bright, but I really hope they do better with more future Star Wars stuff, because I really hope they do. Instead of I don't want them to continue with the sequel stuff, because it's total garbage and there's no point to it. It's not total garbage. It's not all of it, but they should have done a better job with it. And that's basically it for this tier list. So yeah, that's it. Goodbye.